Parma, a giant of Italian football during the 90s, but in modern times, not so much. Parma finished 20th in Serie A in the past season and have now been relegated down to Serie B. Today, we take over the one-time Europa League champions to save them not only from their relegation, but get them back to the heights that they once achieved in the 90s and even take them further. Today, we're going to make Parma the greatest team in Europe as we rebuild Parma. Lads, we are on the grind towards 400,000 subscribers. There's still over 50% of you watching the video right now apparently are not subscribed to the channel, so help us out, do us a favor, scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen a rebuild video in the past, here are the rules. The objective of the rebuilds are to win the UEFA Champions League final. All games in the rebuild are simulated. We cannot use the new jump in feature in rebuilds. The Champions League final, however, must be played. And of course, do not get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. There's the rules and objectives. Now it's time to jump into the rebuild. So right here is a look at what our starting lineup is looking like in season number 1. You will see that I have transferred the absolute king himself, Gianluigi Buffon, one of my personal favorite players of all time, into this Parma squad. He has signed for them on a permanent deal next season, if you didn't see that. So I said, why not put Buffon in there? Be a nice little bit of fun, probably have him for a year or so and see what happens until he retires. Although knowing Buffon, I thought he would have retired 5-6 years ago, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But in terms of looking at the rest of the squad, there's a lot of deadwood for us to clear. Personally, I think I'm going to focus on upgrading centre-backs and strikers this season, see what else we can do in terms of our budget and in terms of players sold, but centre-back and striker are probably the two areas I want to attack early. And there we go, lads. We have got ourselves a centre-back to kick things off here, already doing bits as we sign Matteo Lovato for £6.2 million from Hellas Verona. No, I know the last time I signed Lovato in a rebuild, I made a very bad comment, which got me in a bit of heat. I'm not making that comment. I don't want the heat. The only thing that wants heat is Demi Spoon. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. And a player departure as Roberto Inglese is headed to Stuttgart for just over £3 million. Vincent Lorini, a little bit too exotic of a signing for Burnley. They've signed the Frenchman for £1.55 million. Whilst Ricardo Gagliolo is headed to the French League, signing with Angers for £2.45 million. I have also decided to send Simon Sohm off on a season-long loan to the Portuguese League. And there we go, lads. We get ourselves a new starting striker. It is Enes Ünal, the Turkish striker, coming across from Getafe. We've paid £12.4 million for the young striker. In the background, I have been converting Jan Karamo. We're going to be playing him at left wing from now on. I want to see what we can do with him because he's got decent potential. And I mean, already going up 1 overall by change. Alberto Grassi, the latest player out of the club, off to Spezia for £4.45 million. Whilst Simone Iacoponi has joined Bournemouth for £750,000. The clean out continues. Matthias Brocati joining FC Basel for £1.4 million. And I have sent the young Hungarian defender Boton Balo off to the Portuguese League for a season-long loan. See what sort of growth we can get from him. I wanted to play this guy, but I thought long-term it's probably not the right idea and we may as well sell him whilst we can get some money. But it is Gervinho with the forehead. If you watch the old school KSI, you're a special breed, but we've sent Gervinho off to West Ham for £4.3 million. Vasilis Zagaritis, the Greek defender, off on a season-long loan, and Maxime Bossi off to Aston Villa as well on a season-long loan. Remember when I said that I wanted to see how we could go with Jan Karamo? Well, that hasn't gone according to plan. I converted him to the left wing, and then I went to go sorting out his release clause. He didn't want to sign a new contract. I don't know why, already in this career mode, but we've had to sell Jan Karamo. He's headed to Granada for £13.3 million. So in return, we've had to take one step back in this save. Mikkel Damsgaard, the Danish left midfielder, joining us here from Sampdoria for £11.6 million. Going to convert him to a left winger and see what we can do with him. So there we go. We've had a very, very busy start to life here at Parma to kick off season number 1. 3 players in and 1 trillion players out of the club. So now with those additions, this is what the starting lineup looks like. Obviously, we have got so far to go. The goal needs to be avoid relegation. Yes, I know the obvious. Serie B is not in the game, but if we can show to ourselves that we can get out of those relegation spots, that's good progress for me for season 1. So just want to grow these guys, see what we can do, and go from there. Let's check in on January 1st. What the hell is in the water? I promise I have not been injecting these guys with bloody steroids. We are sitting 7th in Serie A halfway through the season. I do not know what is going on. We came 20th in real life, yet we are in with a genuine chance, it seems, of qualifying for European football in season 2. I don't know what to put this down to, but I am certainly not complaining. Right, just because we've had a great start to the season doesn't mean we need to rest on our laurels. I'm going to go out there and get another Turkish player into the side. This time it is Orkun Gökçe coming into the side from Feyenoord for £16.5 million. So Gökçe is the player to join us here in this window. Not too much business to be done, but another addition to the starting lineup. Let's see if Gökçe is enough to get us in to European football. I can't believe I'm saying that sentence. But can he help get us into European football for season 2? We've done it, lads. We have, in real life, 20th, dead last, relegated. Season 1 with Mr. Rebuild at the helm, Europa League football coming to Parma back in season number 2. This is phenomenal. Lazio win the league as well. I don't know what's happened to Italian football this season, but I am not complaining. And at the other end of the scale, we have Bologna, Crotone, and Genoa all relegated. Inter Milan have won Coppa Italia. Bayern Munich defeat Real Madrid on penalties to win the Champions League, whilst Real Sociedad take down Borussia Mönchengladbach to win the Europa League. I'm very interested to see how we perform in the Europa League next season. But there we go, lads. A phenomenal start to life in charge of Parma. If this was our second season where we've come out from the Serie B, come up and have taken the league by storm, I can somewhat understand that because I would have already had the wheels in motion. But for this to happen in season 1, I am not complaining. I am surprised, but I am not complaining. So I was scrolling through the 3 agents list and I was like, okay, what young regens can we find? Can we find any talent at all? When I stumble upon Ricky Puig, the Spanish midfielder from Barcelona. Obviously Barcelona have continued their tatters in the boardroom and didn't re-sign Puig last season. So we're going to pounce on that. We're going to take Puig and sign him on a free deal straight into the starting 11. And it is going to be an addition to the back line as well. Diogo Dalot, the Portuguese defender, joining us here from Manchester United. Had to pay a little bit here for him, but it's the lot over to the club for £22.1 million. Another season, another loan for Zagaritis off to Osasuna on a season-long loan. Whilst Matteo Darmian was out on loan last season, we are going to sell him on a permanent deal this year, sending him to AS Monaco for £12 million. And Gaston Brugman, or Brugman, however you're going to pronunciate it, is off to Leeds United. Yasmin Gertic is off to Hoffenheim. We've managed to get £3.15 million for the midfielder. Buffon hasn't retired, so I'm like, okay, as long as Buffon's not retiring, I may as well keep him in there for as long as we humanly can. I'm going to sell Luigi Sepe to Ajax here. We've managed to get £7.4 million for the 30-year-old goalkeeper. So there we go. For me, looking at this Parma side, it's all about making the most of our money, getting some big additions into the side every season, and slowly but surely upping the squad as we continue to get higher turnovers and go for higher rated players. But 2 players in, 4 players out, a successful second season window. This is what the side is looking like as well. Very happy with the fact that the morale's killing it, at least for the starting 11. The sharpness is up there, and we're actually getting some decent growth from a lot of players in the side. Darmstadt already up to an 80 rating. That is phenomenal to me. Buffon hanging around at an 82. Things you'd love to see. Once again, I think European football qualification. I mean, if we did it in season 1, there is no reason why we can't do it from here on in. Right now, we're in the mix, a little bit behind, sitting in 8th position with Parma on 25 points, but there's so long to go in this season. Just need to keep building and see if we can get ourselves back up into those spots. Looking to make things happen here as we get into the January transfer window, however. Jordan Osorio, the Venezuelan defender, headed to the Premier League, signing with Watford for 11.3 mil. Valentin Miala is also off to the Premier League, but he's off to Burnley on a short loan. And there it is, we make ourselves a marquee defensive signing. It's Duje Galetaka joining us from Sevilla for £36 million. The Croatian defender joining us and immediately going to make an impact in the back line, we hope. So there we go, lads. A defensive orientated window. Galetaka into the side, Osorio out of it, and we are stronger for it. Hopefully, he can be the difference maker, like Kotchu was last season, to get us into European football again. We missed out on Europa League, I believe, by 1 point. We finish in 7th here, 1 point behind Roma. Maybe we qualify dependent on who won certain cups, but again, I'm not too certain on that. I know that's the way it works in the Premier League. Not too sure if that's the case in Serie A, but we finished 7th this season. Whilst it is Genoa, Spezia and Crotone, once again, all fighting for those bottom spots. Juventus take down Inter Milan to win Coppa Italia. Man City have won the Champions League, whilst it's Barcelona taking down Arsenal to win the Europa League. I wonder how we went in the Europa League. So we managed to make it to the round of 16, where we lost to RB Leipzig, so not a disgraceful performance by any stretch of the imagination. What a season from Mikel Damsgaard, though. Maybe losing Caramo at the start of season 1 was a blessing in disguise. My man has gone up to an 84 overall. He's gone up 10 overall in the 2 seasons we've had him. Scores 30 goals, gets 7 assists. That is phenomenal. So once again, a very successful season in charge of Parma, fighting for those European spots again. Let's crack on in season 3 and see if we can just take this squad to the next level and start thinking about Champions League. Alright, season 3 doesn't begin in glamorous fashion, but we've sold off a lot of talent in the past few years, so I need to start bolstering the squad a little bit and continue getting young players coming through. We've found this guy here, Enzo Milot, a French attacking midfielder, signing him on a free. Whilst we're also going to sign this Juan Garcia Marin, Spanish defender, on a free, and getting some young Italian talent into the side as well. Luca Bandanelli, that is such an Italian name, but Luca Bandanelli is joining us on a free. He's been in our starting 11 for the past 2 seasons, but we are going to permanently transfer Hernani out of the club as the Brazilian joins Leicester City for £18.5 million. And it is another loan move for Simon Sohm as he goes to Freiburg for the year. And the business of selling Hernani and getting players out results in us spending an arm and a leg to sign the American wonder kid Weston McKennie from bloody Juventus. A huge pickup, weakening a Serie A rival whilst also bolstering our midfield. Weston McKennie, the American midfielder, joining us here for £46 million. You love to see it. And it is another loan move for Maxime Boussi, who's off to Wolfsburg. So a very, very busy start to season number 3. I'm so excited to see what Weston McKennie can do for our side here. He's the marquee signing with some free agents around him, but it's the big transfers that are really going to make the difference for us in this rebuild. Again, though, I spoke about it last season. Damsgaard absolutely killing it. To be fair, man is flying under the radar. We started with him, so I guess I wasn't really paying much attention. And Gianluigi Buffon, I thought would have retired easily by this point, still hanging around and still hasn't gone down in overall. I'll take it. It feels like we're doing a reverse rebuild. What, we've gone from 6th to 7th, and right now we're 10th. Obviously, no need to panic yet because it's still so early in the season, but I want to be pushing for Champions League this year. Our side is good enough. Surely we need to pick things up in the second half of the season. I was debating whether I did this, but I thought, nah, we need to turn things around. We need to take it up another gear in this season. So we have decided to sell Giuseppe Pizzea to Borussia Mönchengladbach for £18 million. And in response, we're going to upgrade the left back role. It is Faidalt Muasa. Apologies if I mispronunciated your name, mate. But we have signed Muasa for £31.3 million from Mönchengladbach. So essentially, we've done a swap on left backs with some cash going the other way. So hopefully Mausa, or how he pronunciated, can do a job for us this season and can help us get back not only into Europa League, but hopefully up to the Champions League. Eighth in Serie A. That is absolutely heartbreaking. We finished 2 points out of the Europa League zone, and we've gone back a position every year, 6th to 7th to 8th. How does this keep happening? Juventus finally get their hands on a Serie A title this season, however. Whilst, no surprise, the usual suspects down there, Benevento, Spezia, Crotone. We could have had our hands on our first piece of silverware, however, but we've lost to Inter Milan on penalties in the Coppa Italia final. Manchester City go back-to-back in the Champions League. I did not even realise we were in the Europa League. We're in the bloody Europa League, and we've won the bastard. We have won the Europa League 3-1 over Manchester United, meaning we are playing Champions League football unexpectedly into season 4. I was down in the dumps. I was like, fuck, I'm just not working my magic today. But we've done it in the Europa League. We must have got through because I think it was Juventus that won Coppa Italia last year. So that must have given us like a wild card spot or something in the Europa League. And we've won the bloody thing. Thank you. Second time as well. Again though, big names getting in big performances. Unal with 25 goals, Darmstadt with 24, Mann with 15, Kirksu with 12 and 12 with the goals and assists. It's a real team effort. Buffon also just isn't retiring. Zero value in terms of pounds, but he's 45. He's got a 2-year deal. He just keeps hanging around. So last season, at the end of it, Buffon had a £0 valuation. My man's going up in value. I don't know how this is happening. I don't know how he's not going down in overall. But I'm just going to keep hanging on to Buffon until he becomes, I don't know if he ever retires. £1.6 million valuation he's gone up to. This is spectacular. I keep sending this guy out on loan, but Valentin Miala is out on loan once again, this time to Borussia Mönchengladbach. When I originally signed Lovato at the start of the career mode, at the start of the rebuild, I came into it thinking, yeah, this is probably going to be someone that I look to develop across the entirety of the rebuild. But the matter of the fact is, our squad has progressed past him, and we've made much faster progress than I initially anticipated. So I have sold Lovato to AC Milan for £30.5 million. And in response, I've done an absolute madness. So Matthias de Ligt had 12 months remaining on his contract. So I'm like, shit, how much do we have if we sell Lovato? We had £115 million. I was like, shit, okay, we need to get something sorted here. We have managed to sign Matthias de Ligt for £114.8 million from Juventus. That is absolutely ridiculous, but we've got it done. Should come as no real surprise, honestly, that given how much we've spent on one single player, that's the only player we can sign this window, but that is a dead set game changer. Matthias de Ligt into the club. We've used that Europa League prize money carefully, and I'm stoked with that pickup. Holy crap. And now with de Ligt coming into the side, our team just looks that much scarier. You've got Darmstadt, you've got de Ligt, you've got Mann, you've even got Puig, McKennie, Kirksu that are all kind of hanging around that like higher mark. A lot of our starting 11 is phenomenal. We could give it, I don't think we win the Champions League this year, obviously, but we could give it a red hot crack. So it's come time to take a look at our first Champions League group. We have been drawn up against Leverkusen, Benfica, and Shakhtar Donetsk. So, I mean, Leverkusen, I would say, is probably going to work out to be the toughest opponent in the group. But it's a manageable group, that is for sure. Let's just simulate through the group stages and see if we're playing knockout round football. We have absolutely killed it. 3 goals conceded, 14 scored, just the 1 loss. And we are headed to the round of 16 of the Champions League. Benfica joining us, as Leverkusen are probably going to end up in the Europa League, but we are through to the knockout round. Unfortunately though, this might be where the good vibes end. We've been drawn up against Real Madrid in the Champions League round of 16. Oh boy, didn't have much money to spend after the opening transfer window's madness, so we've gone out here and bought ourselves a young striker for the bench. It is Zvonimir Gravic. I, again, apologise, I don't have much experience with Bosnian strikers or Bosnian people in general, but Gravic, I'm going to call him Gravic, has signed here from Lyon for £8.9 million. And that is the window done and dusted, making the most of every last penny as we sign Gravic. Nobody out of the club, but now it is Operation Take Down Real Madrid. So here we go, lads. We have the away leg first as we take on Real Madrid in the Champions League. Not going to be able to talk about the away leg mattering much next year because UEFA are getting rid of the away goals rule, you absolute bastards. But here we go. Can we get ourselves an away goal on the board as we take on Real Madrid? The scoreline is going to be a 1-1 draw. We get ourselves an away goal. We're tied up. It's advantage Parma. I wasn't expecting to have that advantage, but I'm certainly not complaining. Here we go, lads. The second leg at home. A clean sheet will get us through to the Champions League quarterfinals. Real Madrid, I expect them to bring it at us hot and heavy. So let's just jump into it, see what we can do, as the second leg at home is going to result in a 3-1 loss. We took it to extra time. That must have been a mad moment there. 75th minute, we take the lead. They equalise a minute later, and they go and score 2 goals in extra time. That hurt. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. We've won Serie A with Parma. Let's go, lads. Champions League qualification again for season number 5. 89 points, 7 points clear. You love to see it. I thought for sure we were going to be 9th or something this year. At the end of the table, however, the bottom of the table, it is Benevento, Spezia, and what a bad season for Crotone. They haven't won a single game. That's embarrassing. Inter Milan have won Coppa Italia. We did lose, unfortunately, the Super Cup at the start of the season, 2-0 to Man City. Barcelona went on to take down Real Madrid in the Champions League final and El Clasico, while Spurs take down AC Milan on penalties to win the Europa League. Disappointed to go out in the round of 16 of the Champions League in the fashion we did, but absolutely thrilled to get Parma a first ever Serie A title. Back to the glory days, baby. Let's crack on. Let's have another shot in season 5. Gianluigi Buffon is Benjamin Button. It's confirmed. His value has gone up to £3.5 million. He hasn't gone down in overall, and he's 46 years of age. My mans could genuinely still be playing in this team by the time we win a Champions League, which honestly could be this year. So, right, this is exciting. All right, we're here in season 5. I want things to get wild. I want to take this team to the next level. You know, I was good for when we needed him. He did his job perfectly, but we just need that next caliber of striker. We need a world-class striker. That's why we've gone out and signed Victor Osimhen from FC Barcelona, the Nigerian striker, joining us for £112 million. And we have decided to sell Diogo Dalot to RB Leipzig here, £37 million for the Portuguese defender. And Unal has been sold here to Real Madrid. We've managed to get, £73.5 million for him. So we can certainly go out and do some more damage with him out of the squad and with that money in the back pocket. I ain't complaining, baby. Let's go. So we've made an upgrade to our right back role by 3 overall compared to Dalot, someone that's the same age. And we really have to spend a little bit of money as we sign Emerson from Leicester City. We got him for £49 million. And as we've signed him, his valuation's gone up to 53. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. A massive window in the books there. Osimhen and Emerson into the club. Dalot and Unal out of it. Got a little bit of money stashed away. See how we're going come the 1st of January. Whether we're a contender in the Champions League, whether we're a pretender, gonna have to wait and see and just go from there. But I'm very happy. You look at the side now. we're at that point where the majority of the starting 11 have got themselves up to the high 80s, and then you look at Damsgaard, 92, Delete 91. This is cooked. Our Champions League group for this season, however, is a lot more difficult than last. We've got Atletico Madrid, we've got Ajax, we've got Fenerbahce. We cannot fear, or we definitely should be fearing, I should say. We cannot take any of these teams lightly. These teams can do some damage to us. We're going to be on our best performances if we want to get back to the knockout round. Hey man, I don't know what you were stressing about. I don't know. We had this done easy, you know? This was easy done, baby. We topped the group again. 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. 3 points ahead of Atletico Madrid, 4 points ahead of Fenerbahce. We're back to the knockout round. Let's go. But again, the FIFA gods just don't want to give us an easy opponent in the round of 16. It's a big stepping stone as we've been drawn up against bloody Bayern Munich here for the round of 16. And of course, looking to defend our Serie A title. We are 3 points off the pace at the moment as Juventus and Roma are ahead of us. A long time to go in the season still, but we want to be getting a second successive title, so need to pick it up a little. All right, we're getting into business, lads. I decided we need to upgrade the left back spot, so we're going to sell Muasa here. I feel like we've sold a lot of players from RB Leipzig in this video, but we are going to sell Fatou Mausa to Leipzig for £44 million. And his replacement has been sorted. It is going to be a player ready for a Champions League title. Theo Hernandez, we have signed him from Everton for £80 million, 86 rated. He's going to slot straight into this starting 11. It's pretty relevant at this point, but Simone Colombi is going to be leaving the club at the end of the season. He'll be heading to Midtjylland on a free transfer. Don't care. We had enough money in our back pocket to go out and sign ourselves another player. Couldn't be a starting 11 player, but we found ourselves a very handy reserve midfielder here, as we have signed Miguel Cuisance from Bayern Munich for £31 million. So there we go, lads. A very active January transfer window. Hernandez and Cuisance into the club. Muasa and Colombi out of the club. So definitely made some significant upgrades to the starting 11, but the big question is this side good enough to win a Champions League title? We're going to get some of the answers to that question as we take on Bayern Munich. All right, lads, the away leg up first again. Last year, we managed to get ourselves a 1-1 draw. I would take that scoreline again. Just need to step up, though, as we head to the Allianz Arena here to take on Bayern Munich. The first leg against the juggernauts of Germany is going to be a 4-0 destruction of Bayern Munich. Oh my god, maybe we really are the real deal this year. 4-0 against Bayern Munich. Could have been 5 if Osimhen didn't miss a penalty. 4-0. Surely we don't manage to bottle it here. Sure, if we manage to not qualify at this point, that would have to be one of the biggest chokes in Champions League history. We're taking on Bayern Munich at home, getting right into it, and this scoreline will see us progress. 5-0 on aggregate, 1-0 in the second leg. That fills me with a lot of confidence moving forward. Again though, they love to make life tough for us as we've been drawn up against last season's champions, Barcelona, here in the quarterfinals. And our run of away legs first has come to an end as we are starting at home here, taking on Barcelona. So now the big goal needs to be keeping a clean sheet. In this first leg, we are going to simulate it against Barcelona. This scoreline is going to be a 3-1 loss. That is not ideal. That is not ideal in the slightest. Barcelona now have a massive advantage. We need to pick it up. Okay. Game faces. Game faces, please, lads. We are here for the second leg. 3-1 down. We need goals, and honestly, we need them early. The second leg against Barcelona at the Camp Nou, the world famous Camp Nou, is a 1-1 draw. We're eliminated from the Champions League in the quarterfinals. We've gone one step better than last year. but we're once again eliminated by a Spanish side. It's back-to-back Serie A titles here as we finish 1 point ahead of Juventus to finish as champions of Italy once again. So that's brilliant to see. That's going to be great for the back pocket. It would have actually been an insane final day because Inter were only 3 points behind us as well. But now it comes down to finishing, like we've qualified for the Champions League again, which is a big thing to see. At the bottom of the table, no surprise, say it with me, Bologna, Benevento, Crotone. We have managed to get our hands on a Super Coppa title as well, 2-0 ahead of Inter. And we've done the bloody treble here, lads. Coppa Italia, 2-1 over Inter again. That's a domestic treble. You love to see it. If it's any consolation, Barcelona did go on to win the Champions League over AC Milan this season. Sevilla, no surprise, have won the Europa League. Victor Osimhen with a very good start to life at Parma. 26 goals for the Nigerian this season. Darmstadt and Man with 20 apiece. 12 assists as well there for Darmstadt. Things you love to see. But there we go, lads. That is season number 5 done and dusted here at Parma. I thought this was going to be the year that we got that Champions League title. Surely next year. We have to make a few minor adjustments to the team, but surely we go better next year. Feeling like an absolute traitor to Gianluigi Buffon doing this, but I just feel like this is the necessary step to take us to the next level in the Champions League. Pierluigi Golini will be joining us here from RB Leipzig for just over £40 million. Been trying to sell this guy since virtually season 1, but we have sold Alessio De Cruz to Birmingham City here, the Dutch striker, joining them for £2 million. Alright, so personally, I'm happy with the way the starting lineup is. We need some additions to the bench, however. Lovro Majer, the Croatian attacking midfielder, will be joining us here from Leverkusen for £47.6 million. Not a handy addition to the bench at all. Maybe I should rephrase that. I'm pretty sure I said not a handy addition. He's definitely a handy addition. I'm very happy to have you, Lovro. I'm sorry my words got twisted, brother. Dude, there's no way that I'm accepting this. But what the hell is going on with Buffon? He was valued at £0 at the start of the career mode. He's 47, hasn't gone down, and Monaco are offering £6.5 million. This dude is Benjamin Button. Gonna make another addition to our backline here in the reserves. It is gonna be Roger Ibanez, the Portuguese, or the Brazilian defender, I should say, joining us for £40 million from Nantes. So there we go, lads. Very active on the transfer market. £129 million worth of talent into the club. Definitely feeling a lot more safe in terms of insurance and security of the starting 11, but let's go have a little gander at what the team's looking like. So yeah, having Golini into the starting 11 just kind of takes us to that next level, but you look at it, you got Darmstadt who's a 93, Kirksu who's up to a 90, Osimhen who's almost 89, who's almost 90, Kaleta Carr and Delit both into the 90s, Puig, who we got on a bloody free, has reached 90. This team is so impressive. Again though, a somewhat difficult Champions League group to navigate as we've been drawn up against Liverpool, Marseille, and Galatasaray. But once again, we absolutely handle it with ease. We top the group, not a single loss, 14 points, and we're through to the round of 16 alongside Liverpool. Alright, it's another German team to contend with in the Champions League round of 16. I'm hoping by this point of the career mode, Dortmund might have sold Sancho or sold Haaland, because if not, we might be up for a very tough day at the office. Looking for a third successive Serie A title, however. Right now, again, just like last year or this time last year, not exactly going to plan. We currently sit third in Serie A, but again, plenty of time. All right, gonna look to make one more addition to the bench here. It's a big addition to the bench as well. We have signed Chucky Lozano on an absolute steal. £36.7 million for the Mexican right winger. Can play a lot of different positions. That's one of the big reasons I got him. A lot of versatility. Very happy to have Lozano in this Parma side. But that's all the business we were able to do. Lozano into the side. Nobody out of it. Let's crack on and take on Dortmund. Back into having the away legs up first. I would really love, if we could have a strong start like we had last year. I mean, another 4-0 win. I mean, I don't want to sound too ungrateful, but I would love for that to happen again. We're traveling, though, to the Signal Iduna Park in front of the yellow wall. Let's see if we can get some away goals on the board for ourselves. First leg is going to end up as a 2-all draw. 2 away goals on the board. Not as comfortable as last season, but certainly advantage Parma. Alright, leg number 2. We are at home here. We have the away goal advantage. So if I say this every time we have a tied up game after the first leg on the road, but a clean sheet gets us through to the quarterfinals for a second straight year. Jumping into it, taking on Dortmund. Are we back to the quarterfinals? Yes, we are. It's a 1-all draw, and that is why the away legs are so important. That's why I'm going to be so sad to see away goals out of the Champions League next year. That must have been a ridiculous 3rd minute there. Haaland must have scored straight from kickoff, but regardless, we've scored, we've won, and we are back to the quarters. We avoid Barcelona for the quarterfinals this year as we are facing Tottenham. They always seem to be good at this point of a career mode, but we are taking on Tottenham in the Champions League quarters. Alright, a bit of a difference from last year. Away leg in the quarters. You love to see it. Now, we need to use it to our advantage. Traveling to North London, I almost said East London, traveling to North London as we take on Tottenham. Can we get an away goal or 2 on the board? This scoreline against Spurs is going to end up as a 1-0 win. We dominate Tottenham. Would have loved, I mean, you look at the stats, 5 shots to 1. Would have loved a few more away goals, but beggars can't be choosers. Darmstadt gets us an away goal. Serginho Dest gets a straight red as well, meaning he'll be out for the second leg. That's a big advantage to us. So here we go, lads. We are at home. If we concede 1 goal, we're through. If we can, or 2, no, we won't be, because it'll be, if we need to keep a clean sheet still, but we need to score some goals as well. If we score a goal, put it that way, if we score a goal, it's going to be massive for us. Now, one thing I didn't realize, Man got a yellow card in that game, which now means he's suspended for this second leg. Chucky Lozano, thank the Lord that we brought him in January, because he gets into the starting 11 as we are going to take on Tottenham here at home in Italy. The scoreline is a 2-1 win. We get past the quarterfinals hoodoo, and we are through to the semi-finals 3-1 on aggregate. 4 teams remain. 3 of them Spanish. Real Madrid eliminated us in season number 4 in heartbreaking fashion. Now it's an opportunity for us to take down the Galacticos and potentially find ourselves in a Champions League final. Alright, so the first leg will be at home, meaning, say it with me folks, clean sheet necessary. Here we go. Real Madrid, the first leg in the Champions League semi-finals will be simulated and will result as a 1-0 win. I'm happy about the goal, but I'm even more emphatic about a clean sheet. Let's go, baby. Bring on the Santiago Bernabeu. So, we travel to Spain. If we can get ourselves an away goal on the board, that is going to go so far. Like, I think that means, yeah, if we can score 1 goal, that means Madrid will have to score at least 3 to get themselves into the finals. So, an early goal would be nice. We're going to simulate it here. Are we headed to the Champions League final? Yes, we are! Damsgaard gets the goal in the 12th minute. No yellow cards as well. We are through to the Champions League final. 2-1 on aggregate, and are facing either Atletico or Barcelona. They eliminated us in the quarterfinals last season. They won last season, but now it's our opportunity to take down Barcelona and become champions of Europe with Parma. Taking a look around the other competitions, AC Milan won the Europa League. We miss out on a 3rd successive Serie A title by 3 points, which is slightly frustrating, but at least we're qualified for the Champions League again next season. Bottom of the table, Spezia, Benevento, Crotone. It is another Supercoppa in the trophy cabinet, however, as we take down Inter Milan 3-1. And it's another Coppa Italia as well in the trophy cabinet as we take down Napoli 1-0. But here we go, lads, taking a look through the squad report before we get into this Champions League final against Barcelona. The team we have compiled has been absolutely phenomenal. I am so excited to see what we can do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to play Gianluigi Buffon in this final. It just feels like the right thing to do, honestly, lads. I can't believe 6 years down the line, Buffon is still hanging around. I think I'm going to have to do a video in the coming days or something where I see how long I can actually make Buffon's career go for. But regardless, some absolute guns. Darmstadt coming into the side ahead of Caramo in Season 1 seems in hindsight to be a career-defining moment in this rebuild. But I'm so excited to see what the lads can do now. The Champions League final here in season number 6 as Parma takes on Barcelona. Come on, lads. It's going to be the challenge for the ages. But Barcelona, we're coming for you. Come on, Parma, let's win this Champions League title. See if we can get ourselves an early opportunity. A lot of pink jerseys hanging around. Weston McKennie going here. I see you, Aussie man. I see you, Aussie man. One-on-one with the keeper. Aussie man! Oh, we've got to do better than finishing like that. Richarlison going there to Diogo Jota. Cannot allow him anything. That's a big tackle there from McKennie. Good stuff. Is there a counter-attack opportunity for us? Yes, there is. Man with the 1-2. Man, one-on-one keeper off the line. It's in! Man gets us the lead. I thought we put too much on that chip, but the Romanian finds the top corner perfectly. Come on. De Jong bringing it quite wide there. Now they bring it central, and they've just found so much space. And we're being kissed on the dick there by the FIFA gods as Isak hits the post. Free kick here for Barcelona. They're lining it up. They've got people out. I dare you to lay it off. I dare you to lay it off. Lay it off. I dare you. I dare you. Come on, what a block. Get that one up, yeah. Barcelona have absolutely brought the heat. Let's just hang on. We've got 1 minute to hang on here. And take ourselves into the halftime break all tied up. Pass it backwards, please. Richarlison, one tackle and we go to the halftime break. De Jong, get the tackle, they shoot! Oh my God! I thought they scored that. Come on, make the tackle. Make the tackle. Good. No! Clear it, just clear it. Oh my God, the clearance to doom, and now we're on the counter. How the hell have we got an opportunity out of this? Damsgaard, look at the pace! Damsgaard! Go on, you beautiful Danish bastard! 2-0! What a goal! What a counter-attack! How the hell have we scored that? That is absolutely phenomenal. Come on, lads. Just keep defending. Keep a clean sheet. Jota. Ball in. Gets there. Headed. No, straight out. De Jong, what is that? Pass from the man. Fabian, just keep jockeying. No silly shots. Good tackle, Kirksu. Oh my God, Richarlison coming through. Got to get something. They shoot. They miss. Penalty? For what? Did I get late challenge or something? What the hell? This is your moment, Buffon. Richarlison. Buffon. Right! Buffon, I'm so glad I saved you. That is perfect. Gianluigi Buffon with the penalty save. Surely that's going to win us the title. Oh, Buffon, what a save. You've still got it, you old bastard. Come on, there it is, lads. Champions League winners with Parma. That was a crazy final, a crazy rebuild, and we're going to have Gianluigi Buffon lifting the Champions League title at what, age 47, 48? That is ridiculous. Lads, if you enjoyed today's rebuild, please leave a like on the video. Scorpion, kick that subscribe button down below if you're new around here. I will see you for the next one very soon. It has been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.